Howdy from Arlington, Texas, y'all. Hope this video stream finds you well. Don't know if anybody will join us. I didn't really promote this as a live, but gonna do a live. Got a lot of stuff to catch up on. Some stuff's been sitting around as long as 2 or 3 months. Yeah, I had some stuff back to mid-April, I think, maybe even early April. So anyway, do a lot. Gonna do a longer stream today. So if you like the longer ones, wait, that didn't sound right. Anyway, if you like videos that are longer, this one will be down your alley. If you like shorter ones, maybe not so much. Probably gonna chill. I mean, I know I haven't been doing many videos anyway, but I'm probably gonna slow down even more in the future. So definitely make sure if you're interested, I'll share things off and on Twitter, where you can find me at Beans B Card Blog, or Instagram, where I am Beans Ball Card Blog. So no sense beating around the bush, I guess. Let's dive in and see some of the things that I have picked up recently. So this was one of the Topps Montgomery Club at first exclusives, and then others could buy them. I did end up getting this Topps Finest Basketball 2021 box. I don't know, probably got that about a month ago. Not sure. Yeah, you did make a live, Herman. Welcome. Although I'm pretty sure you're going back to work. And thanks for joining, Victor. Just going to go over some stuff I've brought in lately. Starting with some of the big stuff first, and by big I mean physically big. So this was an eBay purchase recently. A box of 1995 Crown Chrome NASCAR from Max. I don't even know a whole lot about them, but I've just been picking off some cheaper boxes when I can. They're going to go on the shelf, and someday down the road, I will bust them open. This one was box number 366 out of 9,000. Very heavy box. These are definitely, like I said, I mean, it says chrome on there, but yeah, they are definitely a heavy chrome. This one's not a great set. It's basically the lowest of the low. It's the equivalent, if you're a baseball guy, of opening day or something like that, or MVP if you're a hockey guy. But just for the chance to pull some, hopefully mint Dale Earnhardts, I picked this up. I love this. At some point, this was $9.99 for a nice box. Man, you can't be nice to get that. I think I paid around $20, $25 for this one. So again, it's going to go on the shelf. Someday it'll get open, maybe on the channel. More of those. We got, I don't even know what this is, 96 Press Pass Racing. So this has has some used tire cards in there. Not a great design, not a whole lot of special, but the price was right. You can see on there at one point somebody had it for $57.99. Again, I don't buy modern. I don't open. I'm not a pack buster. I don't get into group breaks. But hey, I've been collecting since 1987 and grew up opening packs. I still enjoy it. So this is the second one of these I got. You may have seen another one before, but it's the Indianapolis 500 for the first year of the Indy Racing League. It's a factory set, but it's got I want to say 4 or 5 different sets in it. 6,000 of these. This is 2688. I've got 2 of them now. So I will probably at some point open one of these just to check them out and see what they look like. I wanted one to keep sealed, but I also wanted to have one to open. And then this is another thing you've seen before if you've been watching watched all my videos for a while. Unfortunately, this one I didn't notice on the picture that the shrink wrap was kind of ripped, but it is what it is. At the price, I still probably would have bought it regardless. But this has cards in there. These cards you can see, and they are driver names on them. So I do consider those as, player trading cards. And there is I think it's 75 cards in the deck because it's the 75th running of the game. So I had one of these and it's open. So I will probably keep this one closed. I may look for a better condition new one and just go ahead and open this bad boy up. Hard to tell if you can hear that. Hard to tell what kind of shape those cards are in there, but it is what it is. It's the way it was packaged. Nothing you can do about it. All right, so let's move on to some Diecast. So this I picked up on eBay super cheap. And I picked it up because I've been wanting to start getting some of the Dale Earnhardt Diecast. But I want to open them. I want to display them. So I'm not as worried about the box. So I got a great deal on this one because the box is all kinds of nasty, beat up. But the car is in there, and I'm going to take the car out, probably put it in an acrylic case, and eventually figure out how and where I'm going to display these. Maybe in this room. I got I got my big TV. Maybe I'll display some of them in front. So this is a 124, which is the common size of the big ones, and this is the biggest 124s are the biggest I've ever had. Hey John, thanks for stopping in. 124s are the biggest that I've ever had in the past until I show you the next set. But yeah, again, I think I paid like $40 for this, but it was just for the car. The box is beat up, so it has no resale value. But it was for me anyway. It wasn't for anybody else. So I am good. So I said those were pretty big, and I will. So I bought some off of my friend Mike. He had bought a collection, and he had some Dale Earnhardts he had put on eBay. So that's Mike Speedway Signatures. There you go. He also has the Speedway. What is it? Speedway Stars. He has that IndyCar set out that just came out last month. You can also find him on Twitter at Thompson319, I believe, is his Twitter handle. But he had some. Unfortunately, one of them sold before I got to it. They're die-cast. I don't do models. Never, even as a kid, it just wasn't something I could do. My motor skills with my fat fingers, just it did not work. So this is the only one I got from him. This is a 1/18th. This is so. You got my bobblehead right there beside it for some perspective on, how big this thing is. This is the only one that has like a clear front opening. I do see down here, it says something about 7 and 7 sets, Earnhardt Petty. So I don't know if it was supposed to be a 2-piece set from Ertl. And maybe it looks like the set was together at some point because that says set $60. But I have only the Earnhardt, and I'm good with that. That's the only one you'll actually see because I'm not going to take them out of the boxes to do it. But just for some perspective, if you know how big the 124ths are, here's the 124th and here's the 1/18th. So definitely a large difference in size. So pretty excited to have these and eventually get some cases, get these bad boys put up. I have some other ones that I've had for years, not Earnhardt, but I have some Jeremy Mayfields. I have Dario Franchitti. I have an AJ Foyt and Mario Andretti. So definitely excited to eventually get those out. So this is another. The rest of these are all going to be the 1/18th. So this is a Revell Goodwrench Service Plus. I'm interested to see this one because it says it's Goodwrench GM Service Plus, but it's blue and red, so it reminds me of the AC Delco car instead. So I'm not even really sure what it is. But again, just starting to acquire a few of these, and so it didn't even really matter what it was because I knew that I did not have it. Yeah, I'm going to figure something out on those, John. I don't know. Again, if I mess up the packaging, I'm not worried about it because it's not any kind of stuff that I bought with any intention of ever reselling. I mean, of course, I won't live forever, so it won't stay with me forever. But, the point was to display them and enjoy them, not to resell. So I'm not super worried about it. So there is another GM Goodwrench Service Plus, but that one is actually in a black box. So that should be the normal one. Like I said, definitely interested to see what that one in the blue looks like. And the last of the Earnhardts. Oh, but yeah, you said tempting to take those out. I thought you said something else. I thought you said something like scary or something. But yeah, these will definitely get taken out and displayed eventually. And then I'll have a copy of the Wrangler. So I'll have the Wrangler. Should it be a black GM Goodwrench? Maybe a blue GM Goodwrench. There is the black Goodwrench that you could see. And then the one that I didn't actually show, by the way, was a Bass Pro. Thanks for joining in, Henry. Just going through a lot of old mail that I got. Just got started. Not really showing show the cards off last, just because, or last for the most part, because it's probably what most people are interested in. And it'll take people a little bit of time to get in here. Also with that, I had bought some shredded wheat Champions of Sports cards in the past, and then he sent me these. So these are Formula Grand Prix or F1 drivers. I can't remember if at the point these came out it was actually Formula One yet, or if it was Grand Prix. But you see the blank backs, the white backs, and they're shredded wheat. So I think they did just come off of cereal boxes. So who knows how many of these are out there. This is Ennis Ireland and Ray Salvadori. I do not know either one of those names, but they were something Mike was selling. I bought in a lot. I was just happy because there were some other guys that I got two other ones on. It was in an old video. I did know who those guys were, and I just took the rest just because why not? All right, so let's get to a little bit more. So I don't know if y'all know Colby. He is Flywheels on Twitter, I believe, and then here I think he might be Duocon Flywheels or something like that. But every once in a while, he hits up a local shop down in his part of the country and lets me know that, hey, I'm going to be heading to the shop. You know, that shop. Well, they still have a lot of unopened NASCAR boxes. So these I got a couple months ago, I think, but I figured I'd go ahead and show these off. Someday down the road, they'll get opened up. 96 Fleer Ultra update. Sheetrock's basically on all these. All I'm doing is I'm just going in there and looking for good condition Earnhardt stuff. You know, on some of them, like this one, I think the set's pretty small, so I'll probably be able to actually complete the set. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. Who actually knows? You know, I change my mind all the time on how I want to collect. I mean, I'm in another, you know, another hobby shift to pretty much just sticking with the Earnhardt stuff and some older NASCAR from when I collected before. So here's a Wheels Viper box. I was really happy to get this. At the price I got it from him, it was a little bit below kind of what they're going for on eBay. So I was pretty happy about that. And the thing, I got it for, I don't remember if that was the price. That might be the price. That's $70. I think that is what I paid for it. I mean, the thing about buying boxes, especially on eBay or buying them one at a time, is the shipping's the killer. I mean, you can buy a box on eBay for $40, but then it's like $18 to ship it. So in this case with Colby, I got 3 different boxes at the same time. This is going to be fun, and I know that some others have expressed some interest in seeing me open this. Look at the size of this box. Can't even see it all. The box is as tall as my bobblehead. This box is 8 by 7 by 6.5. It is freaking ginormous. I am not sure. I know the cards are thicker and whatnot, so eventually we'll get to this, though. 1996 M-Force. These have some of the very early relics, sheet metal relics. The odds are not in my favor on actually pulling one, and they're obviously even less odds of pulling the Earnhardt, but it is what it is. In his group on Facebook, he had one night he's selling some uncut sheets, and I was like, yeah, I got to get these just for the 90s nostalgia. This so what's this, 95-96 NBA hoops promo sheet? Probably get a small frame or something, and maybe when I eventually have a card room, kind of do now. I guess what I'm in is kind of it's my home office since I work remotely. Get like a little picture frame and do that. Then I picked up, he had 3 of these, so I picked these up. 95-96 metal hockey. Loved metal back in the day. And of course, my childhood favorite player, teenage years, Jeremy Roenick. He is the first player that I ever super collected. I super collected before I knew what super collecting was. But he was definitely one. I had almost all of his stuff at one point through about 97 or 98. This was definitely something different that I didn't have, and I think Colby only wanted like $1 a piece for him, so I was like, hell yeah, I am in on that. Might not have it's probably not going to have a lug wrench. I don't know that we have anything with wrenches, but there have been in the past. Press Pass had some lug nut cards. I don't see those. I guess there might not be any Earnhardts, or if there are, they're super scarce because I have not in the months, well, I guess years now that I've been looking for Earnhardt stuff. I don't recall seeing one. Yeah, I have a lot of that old promo stuff. I had a lot of, so my neighbor, who has since passed away, he was kind of my best friend through my teenage years, even though he was in his 30s. He was a card collector, but he was a district manager for a drug retailer, drugstore. And they would throw out all the old price guide, like baseball cards magazine, the price guides, not the Beckett's, but all those other ones that had those inserts. And I remember him one day bringing me a box that had inserts they had just collected for me over like a year or two. And I mean, I had hundreds of those uncut sheets that came from Baseball Cards magazine. Unfortunately, I actually still had them. I never got rid of them, but unfortunately, shortly after I moved to Texas, my childhood home burnt down, and they were there. So unfortunately, I do not have those anymore, but really wish I did. So I had been in some breaks with Colby, not even sure what's here. Wichita Wranglers. He does breaks. You can find it through his Facebook page. And like I said, he's Flywheels on Twitter, or if you decide you want to get more information from him, you maybe want to join breaks, just cheap little breaks. He does, I think, about, a box or two a week. But I can guide you in that direction if you want. Yeah, so I got no idea if any of these are short prints. There's a couple that are sleeved up toward the middle, so maybe they're. I honestly just got into this because I love the holiday stuff. So these are sleeved here. Jake Cronenworth, well, that's a rookie. Manny Machado. Is there something on that one is it a short print? Is there something I'm missing? I don't see anything. I guess maybe he just sleeved up the Machados. Somehow would have gotten in Blue Jays because I think I just real quick took the team, not knowing if Alec Manoah was in there. Looks like I got a couple of Vlad Juniors. Nothing special there, but it is what it is. I did get something out of there, though. Just a second here, out of my Blue Jays spot that I had joined. I don't remember what that was, if it was like a mixer, because it looks like there was a couple of different sets there. Again, anybody in the live chat, Henry, Victor, John, I appreciate you guys. Oh, yeah, JR was fantastic. He was my favorite player. It really hurt me when the Blackhawks traded him. But I did get one of these Christmas ornaments of Bo Bichette. It's a very cool thing. My wife and I were big Christmas freaks. We just love November, December. We watch Hallmark movies pretty much for 2 months. And, yeah, so just, again, very cool. And that's part of why we like, or I like the Topps Holiday. About 3 years ago, I ended up with like 12 boxes of them, and she and I opened them. And she was enjoying going through, trying to see if she could figure out the short prints and what they were. So this is from, I think, Wheels Predator, I believe. Or maybe it is Viper because it's Diamondback. So I don't know. I can't remember which. They had a bunch of different things. Wheels did. They had Viper. They had Jurassic Park. They had Predator. It was called Hack. TV show where Ronick was a guest star. Did you interact with him? And was he a good dude, or was it the epitome of never meet your heroes? Anyway, this Robbie Gordon that was just Colby sent to me. I really appreciate that because it doubles with because Robbie Gordon did run IndyCar for a while, ran a few Indy 500s. So definitely just a nice little, he's sending me, just a common player out of there. But those are inserts. Those are not easy to get. And the fact that it just happened to be a guy that had also run IndyCar was just an added bonus. Seemed nice. Yeah, I mean, I've heard good things about him in general, but like anything else, you get, oh, this was Colby's card. So there you go. Flywheels on Twitter. Come on. Or flywheels@yahoo.com. There's his blog, and then there he probably also has links to like his Facebook group, which is where you can sign up for his breaks and whatnot. So definitely go give him a. It does say Coors Light. So go give Colby a follow in those places. Yeah, it was funny. I didn't buy these. I was watching one of his videos just a little bit ago, and he was talking about something in the video that we've been talking about on Twitter with Diecast, and how it got to where things started getting with the car, some of the cards and the Diecast, because Diecast were considered toys, so they weren't allowed to appeal to kids. So you had to start like Dale Earnhardt Jr., some of his Budweiser stuff. It just says Dale across the front. But yeah, tobacco and alcohol. But it seemed like hit and miss, and seemed very selective on what they chose to require that on and what they didn't. So this was a guy that I've bought a lot off of, and I've shown some in the past. So we got Rusty Wallace, lot 1 of 2, 2 of 2. I'm not gonna make everybody sit through all that. So we got Michael Waltrip, 1 of 2, 2 of 2. Basically, those will just be put into 8-card player lots and eventually posted on eBay. I'm just definitely not feeling the eBay stuff quite as much as I used to. I've really slowed down. I think I am going to try to just move a bunch of my stuff off in bulk and just let it go from there. Levi Garrett, yeah, I mean, because that was Jeff Bodine's sponsor for a while. I think Levi Garrett, might have been his sponsor when he won the Cup title one year. So this was a couple of different Dale Earnhardt lots that I won off of him. No idea if so most of these are probably going to look familiar. That one may be one I need. It doesn't look super familiar. This is like a silver parallel of some sort. So, or it's an insert, I guess. That one I may need. That one does not look familiar. That one, I think I need it still. I say need, but I think I bought one on Column C that's still there, so I might turn it around and just leave it on there. So this was a Night Quest, but it was not one of the parallels, not one of the numbered ones. So I think out of this group, I probably needed 4 or 5 of them. So honestly, I'll take that. Oh, this is the explosive parallel. So odds are I don't have that one. It's kind of a, for those of you that don't, it's just kind of a foil, almost a Dufex effect. If, unfortunately it's not really showing, but it kind of has a little bit of a Dufex look to it. Kind of how it starts from the middle and then, you get the starburst all the way around. Yeah. So there's some Dale Earnhardt stuff that I will stick together. And then he has one more envelope here, singles. Yeah, if you guys don't have anything and you're just listening for background, yeah, it's probably going to be, heck, what are we? We're 23 minutes in. This is going to be an hour at least. I just have kept postponing and haven't done it. So, all right. So some singles I bought off of him, probably just because I got them cheap. Not because I'm not collecting Kobe Bryant or anything. Honestly, I'll probably just resell them at some point. But he did some lots and they just didn't go for very much. These might not even. You know what I noticed on this one? It's got like this little metallic thing over where Lakers is. So these are obviously, they definitely look like collector's edge, and they do say edge on them, but they just must not have been licensed by the NBA. This Juan Soto Manu Relic. And I'll probably just sell this or trade this in time. And then this is, I think, the promo. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. To be honest, he sent that to me. I've probably been sitting on this box for a month, so I had no idea what the heck was in there anyway. So, all good. What else we got over here on the side? Nope, I think that's all we got on the side. Now it's time to go over here beside me, and let's start going through these big old stacks. All right, so this... No. I opened it up. Don't remember what it is. I don't want to show off an address or anything. So what's this? Dale of a different name, but still number 3. This is the Dale Murphy. This is a 93 Pinnacle Cooperstown card. This is the Dufex parallel that was given away at like the Hawaii conference or something like that. But again, Dufex, Murphy, he retired, I want to say after the 93 season or during the 93 season. So a lot of the cool technology and stuff from the 90s that people love was not on any Dale Murphy cards. And for me, I mean, Dale Murphy was my first favorite player when I started collecting cards. So the fact that he's on, a Rockies card just does not do it for me. But, as far as I love Dufex and whatnot, just trying to get anything, I mean, you got to take what's out there. I've been looking at this one for months. A few months ago, I got outbid on one of these for, I want to say around 40 or 45. It was actually a Monday night while I was doing the show with Herman over on 3B Collection, who was in the chat earlier. By the way, I discovered with Bo 1 Million Cubs, until these things fully process, if you try to watch the replay of this, they're super choppy and you can't see the chat. But usually if you wait until they go through the processing, which is usually more than 12 hours, you can, it won't be as choppy, it won't buffer, and you can get the chat. But going back to this, so I lost out on one of these for about 40 to 45 a few months ago. Hadn't seen one come up since then. Maybe I'd missed one. Who knows? Because there are 1,000, but so I went ahead and hit the buy it now. So buy it now was 50. I did it. I paid my tax. I paid my shipping. I paid $57 delivered. And this guy sent this card in a plain white envelope. Not just plain white envelope, but sent it with just a stamp and no tracking. I don't understand why anybody would send that expensive of a card, that method. If I'm not honest, I can just say that I never got this card. He has no tracking. He's got to refund me all that money. But luckily for him, I'm an honest person, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so that was that's going to be one of the biggest ones you're going to see. Nothing super special here. Can't even really remember why I bought. I think I just bid on this because it was an auction from a guy I know, Dan, and on eBay, and I just ended up not bidding on anything else. So I don't know. So I ended up with this. That's really. I mean, it's not even like I want to, like I'm mad about it because at the end of the day, I was going to be fine one way or the other, thanks to the eBay policy. I mean, but that was just dumb on his part. What is this? Okay. So another nice Earnhardt pickup recently, and I always love when they throw a few buffer cards in there. I can always throw those in. Hell, I'll keep that Jeffrey Earnhardt since that's Dale Earnhardt's grandson. I'll probably just, put those in some player lots later on. But speaking of Dufex, I showed you the Murphy with Dufex. Here's another Dale Dufex, but this is Dale Earnhardt, and this is the helmets. You can see the Dufex and the shine and how it. Well, you're late to the party, Diego, but you're still here with plenty of time to go. Trust me, there's some big old stacks of stuff over here for me to show off. Anyway, this is one I've been wanting, and somebody listed one. I still thought the price was slightly high, but the other ones available were significantly more. This one I got for $20, and I want to say the next available one was either $40 or $50. So I just went ahead after a couple days. I had watched it, hoping they would send me an offer for, a couple bucks off or something. They never did, so just went ahead and ended up making it happen so that I could get that card because that's one that I've, had an eye on and wanted and got it out of the way. If you've followed my channel for a while, I'm a WVU guy. So John Means pitched at West Virginia. I love Heritage. I don't even love baseball anymore. I don't watch Major League Baseball. I have not watched. Yeah, they are very similar to those hockey mask cards. You're dead on. You're dead on, Diego. But I went ahead. I don't know these red parallels. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat can tell me. Maybe they're just Target parallels. I'm not sure. But I think I got it for like less than $2 delivered. Obviously, like $1 and like 70 cents. Plain white envelope. Love Heritage, and he's a WVU guy, so decided to add that to the collection. All right, so this is a bunch of this little group here is going to take a bit. These are from my buddy Ben. I think he's Ben G76 on Twitter. But Ben Martin on here, he is, oh man, I can't even remember. If you want to get into some of his breaks he does, let me know. He does also, he's another guy that does low-end breaks, just team breaks. So as you can see here, like what's his 99 tops, I think. I took the Rangers because I think I got them for $1. So, you know, I'll just continue to put them in the box with all the Rangers cards that, you know, when I do actually set up at a card show, you know, I got a like quarter box for the local teams, though there's not really a local premium of any sort anymore. eBay killed the regional premium. I remember, I think it was Beckett that used to do the like local stars or semi-stars or something like that. But again, you know, things are different now that with the internet and eBay and whatnot. So I must have had the Marlins in this. So what would this have been? 70. We're on 73 in 2022. So this would have been 2020 minors, which I love. I love Heritage. I love that I love the amount of tribute the Tops plays to their history, because they are the one that can do it. I mean, nobody else out there has anywhere near the history. And the only other ones from back then are Bowman, and again, still owned by Tops. So I know people get tired, and even I can get tired. I mean, seriously, I just realized that I think I saw something yesterday, so I guess they have another 87 insert set. Man, I love 87 Tops because that's the first year I collected. But man, it's like every year, every other year, it's basically every 1.5 years, we get another damn 87 Tops set, insert set of some sort. So the Odie Tavares, so Crawdads. I don't know if this was Rangers. Maybe I had Rangers there. Not sure. The next one you're going to see is Blue Jays, because Alek Manoah was in this set. I think I got one. Yeah, I got his Montreal Canadiens. But I was hoping, obviously, for a short print of some sort, or because I need the I think I have everything his out of that set except for maybe the reverse. What is the vintage stock? Out of vintage stock I need. So same thing. Sometimes I'll pick up Rangers at the end when like everything's discounted. I'll just pick up the local teams. You know, there it was Rangers. Here we got some shiny Cowboys. Zeke, CD Lamb. I guess I got the Deadskins too. So there you go. Yeah, I think that might have been the last two teams, and I just said I'll take them both. Cheap. We got some stars, and by that I mean Dallas stars. Alex Radulov, Anton Khudobin, no longer with the Stars. John Klingberg, who is a free agent, so should not be with the Stars anymore. Neither will Radulov. Fox, I think, is signed for next year. I'm not sure if Como was even with the team this year. Ty Dellandrea. I feel like this year it seemed like he was going to break out early, and then just didn't happen. And then some Fleer Metal, Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn. Guys that own two of the top 3 payroll spots on the Dallas Stars and just basically haven't shown up for 2 or 3 seasons now. Are you talking the hockey names, John? I mean, I watch hockey, used to watch a lot of hockey. Now pretty much just watch the Stars or the Blackhawks if they're on national TV. So I get used to it. Alex Kerfoot, TJ Brody, Justin Hull, Jack Campbell, a Stars first-round draft pick that never panned out, that left and has been fantastic since. Mitch Marner, this one's nice, the blue parallel. Got to love that with the blue sweater. And then Freddie Anderson. So those were from my buddy Ben. Oh, and what Ben does too, and Colby does this too. So something that the reason I break with them is A, they're friends, I trust them, and B, they also, when they charge you for the team, they are cheap because they're not adding shipping in. They don't ship everything right away if you don't want. You can buy into breaks just over the course of time, and then finally just pay one-time shipping. So that's another thing I love about those. I mean, some of those they've probably been sitting on those for a year or so. So this next little group is a lot I won on Sport Lots. Wasn't really anything I super was in love with, but for the price, I couldn't beat it. These are manufactured Relic cards. Sami Zayn. So this is with the Andre the Giant, I guess commemorative because of the Battle Royal. But look at how thick these things are. You know, here's a business card. And then there's the mem card. I love these. I love the Topps had done the title belts for a while. The title belt Manu relics. Love those. Oh yeah, love the bulk shipping, Diego. And I know you break with Ben. I don't remember if you break with Colby too. So you know what all I'm talking about. Okay, so this one is a Kane under the Giant Battle Royal, and this one is actually serial numbered 68 out of 99. I'll just go in a box somewhere and sit for about 10 years, and then I don't know, who knows what I'll do with them. Heath Slater, I love Heath Slater because he's from West Virginia. My wife actually has a Sami Zayn shirt. I bought it for her because it was when he was doing something about I got kids. So she loved that gimmick because obviously she's a mom. 91 out of 199. And then these were with the belts I was talking about. So this one's out of 27 out of 50. So you got two guys that are no longer with WWE, or I don't think Rowan is. Don't think he is. Daniel Bryan is now Bryan Danielson over in AEW. Yeah, no kidding, John. I mean, I feel like it's weekly. It's weekly. He's getting something from, this was $3 at a card show or something. Yeah, I'd have picked that up for $3. Any of those title belts, and especially with that one being numbered out of 50. Very cool. Very cool. Like I said, they'll just go in a box and sit somewhere for a while. I am going to probably start looking to move off some stuff in bulk that's not keeper stuff. But those will be keepers for a little while. So this I've got from my friend and yours, Garrett, of, what is it, Slab City, which is his little business he does. Little, but that sounded insulting, and it was not intended. And his business that he does, his Facebook group for PSA DNA submissions. But I follow his, and I get a notification every day if he lists something the day before. Picked up these two Jake Oddinger Young Guns. Was really happy about that. The funny thing was he also had a single listed of these, and then he also had a single Canvas Young Guns. I didn't win the Canvas Young Guns. I didn't win the single card, Young Guns card that he had, but I won this auction, which was two of them, for like 80 cents less than the single card itself went for. Did not have any Otter Young Guns yet. You know, he looks like he's going to be the future of the Stars in goal. If they could have had his goaltending this year with the offense they had 3 and 4 years ago, or 2 years ago when they made the Stanley Cup Finals, they would have another Stanley Cup. They couldn't. I mean, their goaltending was so horrible for years. And then Ben Bishop, I mean, he was injured more often than Mike Trout. And, just couldn't put it together. And now that they had this stud in goal, Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin are too damn old to actually do anything. So it does look kind of like the old Hartford Whalers. So this was a lot I bought. I never bought any of these cards by themselves back in the day. I wish I had. I wish I'd been into. I wasn't into IndyCar that much at this point. So this is from the 2007 Rittenhouse set, which is actually the last like pack issued mainstream IndyCar set there was. 2007. Yeah, you heard me right. So somebody had all of the Dario Franchitti's. Well, I think he had everything, but I don't think I have the Shades card here. Insert set. So these were the 3 base cards. Franchitti is obviously, he's the first IndyCar driver I met. Was a hell of a nice guy. Will always be one of my favorite drivers. Was a 3-time Indy 500 champion, and I think 2-time series champion. Maybe I'm wrong. These were done in the late 2007 because he won the 2007 Indianapolis 500, and this was a 9-card insert set, just kind of chronicling the race. I actually have a picture with him from, I met him, just a week or two, maybe even 3 weeks, because they were doing the 3 weeks of practice then. This was the year that I met him. He was the first one I met, and like I said, was just a hell of a nice guy. Then if you put all these together, it's a puzzle on the back. But just got those to add to my collection. I actually had all of these. I didn't have the base ones. I've had the inserts for a while, but I was just like, what the hell? It was $7 shipped for all of them. I mean, we spent almost $4 to ship it because that wasn't coming plain white envelope. Oh man, yeah, you can say that, John, but I can't. I'm going to keep it somewhat clean in case I don't know, maybe Zach and Porter watch later. But I do not like Ashley Judd. Let's just leave it at that. Thanks for listening, Rick. Still got a lot to go, so if you just need some background noise, I am your man today. I am trying to keep up with the chat. I apologize if I don't respond to somebody's. It is definitely not intentional. So this was another gentleman that I had bought. I've shown I've won singles off of him in mass in the past, and he's still selling. I can't remember which one. What his Cardaholic Jeff on eBay. But anyway, I mean, it's all NASCAR stuff, so most of y'all probably would not be interested. Sam Hornish, numbered out of 99, triple relic, manufacturer, sprint, team, hat dance. Okay, so different hats. So they cut up the hats and put like a team hat. I don't know what sprint means. Oh, probably like a sprint cup from when they were the sponsor of the series, and manufacturer hat. But the reason I would pick this up is he also won the two-time IndyCar Series champion and I believe two-time Indy 500 champion. I actually had one of these, but when I'm bidding on stuff from Jeff, I wish unfortunately, it's kind of a slow roll. He'll do a few dozen at a time, but he's got so much that I've ended up I think I've done 4 orders from him, and I just picked up this one because this is Jeffrey Earnhardt. If you were here earlier, you might have heard me mention his name quickly, but that is Dale Earnhardt's son. Dale's oldest son, Kerry. This is Kerry's boy. So just out of the family appreciation, I wanted to bid on that one. This I picked up from my buddy Bill on Twitter. He is Camden's Gone Yard. I do retweet a lot of his stuff. So if you are on Twitter and you want to give him a shout, he is great to work with. We've probably done a dozen transactions. Most of them me buying, but I think we've done a trade or I think he's bought something off of me before. So he had pulled this Alec Manoa and sent me a message and said, "Hey, do you want it?" I said, "Yes, I do." I'm not trying to collect all kinds of Alec Manoa. I'm not a super collector or anything, but I love Gypsy Queen. I love Heritage. And, when he gets in archives, I'll probably just try to pick up the base of those things just to have him in all those different designs. So anyway, that, and then he threw in, I did ask him too if he had it because I hadn't bought it, but he did throw in the base for me. I want to get I want to get that baby blue and numbered out of 150, but haven't come up on one that I was okay with buying yet at the price because they're out of 150. But I love anything in that baby blue, teal color area. I love. And then he had bought a NASCAR collection recently and asked me if he had any Dale Earnhardt, and he didn't really have. I don't think he really pulled much because he hasn't let me know, but he did pull some base. This is actually a Broder. But I think I might even have one already. I've definitely seen it a few times. I love it. It kind of gives me the feel across of the 89 Upper Deck baseball. In 89 Upper Deck, I only did baseball. Kind of gives me a cross of that, a little bit of 53 Bowman color, and also T206. Of course, T206 was toward the middle, smaller, but just kind of gives me the vibe of all of those. And for that reason, I am in. And then just a black and white on the back. The front's got a little bit of gloss to it. The back is definitely just like the back of an 87 Topps card. That would be a badass card. If I ever see one of these signed and authenticated by BAS or PSA, or I guess the only other one I trust a whole lot is JSA. Man, if I could ever find one of these signed, certified by him, I would definitely pay up for it because I kind of have a price point that I won't go above unless it's a pack pulled, because pack pulled ones are way more expensive. But anyway, so I appreciate that. This one, I think I may have this one already. It looks mildly familiar, but if I do, I just got it recently. This is a Press Pass Legends. But hey, every Earnhardt is a good Earnhardt. I do have this one. But every Earnhardt I get, is kept. So, and then in a case like this, like, I'll use my label maker, and on the back I'll put that, Bill sent me that. Because even if I do sell stuff in time, I will not sell stuff that people racked to me. All right, what we got here? We got more Dale Earnhardt here. I think I got this for like less than $2 delivered. I love the eBay standard envelope because this is numbered 135 out of 250. I'm not a huge fan of his post racing career, so nothing really after 2001 do I care a ton about. It's not stuff that I have any kind of priority on, but a card numbered out of 250 for a couple of bucks. Yeah, I'm always going to be interested in the serial numbered stuff. Those of you that have been collecting through the 90s remember the good old days of phone cards. So here was a Dale Earnhardt Classic Assets Racing phone card. Serial number 55 out of 3521. So random. This one doesn't actually say on the front how much it's for. Or how many minutes or whatever. Was it minutes or dollars? I think it was dollars. They did them in dollars. All right, so this was a big purchase from the NASCAR. I mentioned it last night on the live stream with Herman, and people were making jokes about it. But the Nuts group, which is a NASCAR group on Facebook, they do one day a week where you can sell stuff in there that is not NASCAR. So guy had a whole bunch of stuff for sale, NASCAR, non-NASCAR. So I just picked up some stuff for various reasons. I mean, I think this was like $2. I love the A's during that Moneyball era. So it's just one of those cards that, it's going to be put in a semi-rigid, put in a box, and then on a rainy day, I'm going to go through that box, and it's going to give me those memories of how excited I was about the A's during that time. And man, was I a prospector then, because one of the guys that really got kind of flamed out and got me to the point where I was kind of getting done with the prospecting was during this era for the A's, and that was, if any of you remember, Adam Pyatt. Man, I put a lot of money into Adam Pyatt cards and did not turn out. I don't think I paid more than $2 for any of these in this group I'm going to show. This one is 6 out of 25. Not super interested in WVU guys that aren't in their WVU uniforms, but you got Mark Bolger and Chad Pennington, who had played at Marshall, or at basically at the same time that Bolger was at WVU. So again, I think I only paid like $2 for this. Thought it was kind of, just again, little whatever. A couple of these, I think these might have been a little dinged up, but I just love these. For anybody that's watching the video and doesn't know, I don't have any proof of this, unfortunately, because I don't have the program. I mentioned earlier the fire that burned down my childhood home, and I had it in there, but I was actually in Birmingham at the game the night that Michael Jordan hit his first home run. I was born in Birmingham, had family down there, and we just happened to be down there. So that was kind of what turned me into a little bit of a Michael Jordan fan. I never was a huge collector of his cards, but I love these. These were the one-on-one set. I think they were 99-cent like clear packs that only had like 5 or 6 cards. I remember getting them at Walmart, so I don't know if they were at other places like Meijer or Target. We had a Walmart in our town, and you'd get 1 per pack. If I'm remembering correctly. I might be wrong, but it is what it is. This one was cheap. It was a Yadier Molina. I know that he's got quite a following, so I'll probably just throw it in a box for when I set up at shows. I don't like really doing relic cards on eBay because they're too thick. I mean, you can't ship them plain white envelope. Man, I did not realize this one was that beat up. This one's really beat up. But I mean, I think I got for $1. You can see a lot of whiting on the edges or whatever. But someday I may go through and put that heritage set together or just actually buy it. So I bought a bunch of he had a bunch of the relics from, so what would that have been? 2 years ago. So from the 2020 set. But yeah, you'll see more of these. So anyway, there's Barrios. There's the white parallel. Are these numbered, I think? Oh, maybe not. Max Fried. Yeah, if I do it and I put them in a binder, I'll just end up, just kind of putting these back at the back of the binder. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to these things. These things are beat to high hell, which I did not know. But, again, they were buck, whatever. GT Real Muto. Glaber. Did I hear he's doing well again this year? Maybe I'm wrong. Yelich. I said I don't collect baseball, but I might. I love 71 Tops. I actually tried working on that set as a teenager. Stopped for a while, and then as I got into my early 20s, was out of college, but still needed some, I'd already graduated and working, but still needed some extra money. I ended up selling off the, I had about, I don't know, maybe about a third of the set, ended up selling it off. Again, this was just like $1, Abraham Toro, whatever. Then this, Hideo Nomo. This thing is all beat to hell as well, but, it is what it is. I am not a condition whore. I want to say I don't care, but it's not the biggest thing to me. So these I picked up. This was in that same law. He had some NASCAR as well, since it was a NASCAR group, obviously. But I picked up these 2 Gray Gaulding autographs. The reason I picked these up, though I actually despise the company themselves, the fact that he's in the Panini fire suit, because they were one of his sponsors. That's literally the only reason I picked those up, even though I live in the same town as Panini, and I seriously just want to go up there one day and knock on the door and be like, get me my damn redemptions, you ass clowns. Always loved me some Kenny Wallace. Great personality. Much more personable and much more popular for just who he is than maybe his driving career, but always always seemed like such a good dude. And I loved when he drove that. I love that Square D number 55 that he drove for a while. Thinking maybe everybody's left me. I can't actually see how many people are in the chat. Oh, yeah, I can. 5. But, yeah, got this again. I just love status. I actually can't stand LeBron James, but I just love status. Or not. Yeah, status. Because it reminds me of the old Skybox cards, especially the first couple years. Dontrell Willis autograph I got for like a couple bucks. Everybody loved Dontrell Willis. Everybody loved him. George Foster autograph. Again, I think I paid like $2 for this. Maybe $3. But George Foster certified autograph. White parallel of Cody Stashik. I don't know. From Heritage. I want to say those had a print run of 50 on those. Again, I think none of these were like more than $2. Maybe 3 at the most. But Trent Grisham, I felt like I had heard his name, that he was pretty good for a while. Tony Fernandez autograph, certified. And then also for me, he played for the Indians for a little bit during the golden age of the 90s. Here you go, Diego. Pat Burrell, Pat the Bat, autograph. This is back from SP when autographs were actually something, man. When they weren't, we didn't have napkin relics, and every card had or every pack had an autograph. This was back when they were really something. The Nick Solak, I'll just put it on the table when I set up at a card show again because he's a Ranger. Jordan Poole, I think this was $1, and I knew his stuff had moved. He had been playing well, so what the heck. And then old Morgan Shepard. I just remember him from, hell, back when even before I watched NASCAR, but every once in a while I just catch the Daytona 500, and I remember Morgan from back in the day. The dude was racing. I don't think he's racing anymore, but he was racing into his 70s in like the 3rd tier NASCAR series. That's something, man. That's something. I was even watching SRX. I was watching the SRX race this weekend, and just the age of some of those guys and the fact that they're still racing, it's got a lot of appreciation for him. Like Bill Elliott, he's into his 60s, maybe late 60s, and he was racing Saturday. I appreciate them for appreciate and respect their love for racing, but it's kind of scary too, man. I'm about to hit my mid 40s, and I still have some. My driving is getting worse. Where are we? I said this might be an hour. It's gonna be more than an hour, but hey, might be my last one for a while. So sorry, I'm trying to get these damn things. I don't get the Pyatt the indifferent. I guess maybe he just didn't have a great personality. Is that kind of what we're getting at? Just kind of a dry, boring, maybe even just kind of a jag-off? I don't know. You tell me, but that's what I take from that. So one of the last times I did actually do a video, I had shown some Casey Atwoods and said I was going to get some more. I had some more coming, and I did. It's a bit of a damp cloth. I don't even know what that means. But Casey Atwood, I mean, he was one of the ones that was going to be the next big thing. Just got taken from the Busch Series up to Cup way too early when Ray Evernham started his team. And I just don't think Casey was able to develop the way he wanted. He actually had completely stopped racing at one time. And then I think a handful of years ago, maybe started racing at his local track again. But I was a big Casey Atwood fan. This was 98, 99 was kind of in that. 97, 98, 99 was kind of like the height of my NASCAR fandom. And some shine there. Yeah, love me some Casey Atwood. And I was becoming a Adam Petty fan, and before we unfortunately lost him. But again, Casey Atwood doesn't have a whole lot of cards, so it's fun to see how much of the print run you can get. And to be honest, I don't think he's got any kind of fanatical collecting base. So I might be able to get some of the cool low numbered or just parallels or whatever of him that I can't get of somebody like Dale Earnhardt because of price or lack of availability. Don't even remember if I showed these last time, but if you've been watching my videos for a while, you've seen some of these before. This is Franconi Auto Parts. This is a champion matchbook these were from 55 and 56. So as you can see there, it says Indianapolis 500, 1956, Dick Rathman. We got Jim Rathman, the brothers. We got Lee Wallard. These are all still saying Franconi. So that's the thing about these. They have variations because they have service stations or auto parts dealers. I actually have more that are supposed to deliver today, but before I started the stream, my mail had not run yet. But I do have more of these that I think are supposed to be here today with a different retailer on them. So we got Andy Linden. I think I just won these. Oh, I think, is there 8 of these? I think I got these 8 for like $40. So I got these for $5, which is pretty good. The ones that I got coming in today actually were more than $5 a piece. They were closer to $8 a piece. Or actually, they were $8 a piece. Roger Ward, multiple-time winner of the Indy 500. Jimmy Davies and Pat Flaherty. And so, yeah, these all look to be from Franconi Auto Parts. Kingston, Pittston. I need to look at that. I wonder if that's from Ontario, because I do think, if I remember correctly, these might have come from Canada, just like the ones that are supposed to be delivered today. And I asked that guy about it because it said York. It was like York Auto Parts, the ones that are coming in. And he's in like North York, Ontario. So I was like, do you know, is this something local to you? He's like, well, most of the ones I've seen are from Pennsylvania. So I wonder if it's from York, PA. So he didn't really know, nor do I. I'm going to do some research on them. Just trying to find out, because some of them will have like phone numbers. Like the other one the ones that are coming in has a phone number on it, but it's only a 4-digit phone number. So, hoping I might be able to kind of figure that out. All right, this is the most recent Montgomery Club, because I'm in the set. This is the most recent 20 card set. I'm not going to sit there and open it and go through that. Y'all, if you want, you can either check out Sports Card Info on Twitter. I think he had and then you go to his website. I think he's got a post. Mike Summer usually posts. So no need for me to go through those, especially since I'm already at an hour. Paul Goldsmith, you've probably, if you've been watching my videos, you've heard his name quite a few times on my channel. This is a Press Pass Legends, numbered out of 25. Might end up sending this off to him to sign sometime soon, because I do need to get another TTM request out to him. He is, I believe, 90. He's either 94 or 96 years old now, the oldest living veteran of the Indianapolis 500, and up to a couple years ago was actually still flying airplanes. This is a set. I want to say it's sealed. I want to say there are 6 cards to it, but it's a Bosch spark plug set from, I want to say, 1986. I have the singles. I have multiples of some of them, But this was a sealed complete set that I got, I want to say, for like $30. And I couldn't pass that up. I've seen some of the sealed ones. You can see the very bad shrink wrap on those, but that's what they were. The card actually, I can't tell. That Mario might be pretty beaten up on the quarters from that shrink wrap, but it is what it is. I'm not going to open it. It's going to stay like that. So, tis what it is. Okay, I mentioned Dan that I buy NASCAR cards off of earlier. I bought just one off of him, but he's one of those guys that I bought multiple times from. So here's another purchase I made from him. I want to say that the certifieds, I want to say these certifieds I actually have and had forgotten to put them in to my trading card database checklist. The very shiny gold, Topps certified mirror golds. Definitely getting some good shine off of those bad boys. So pretty. Speed Merchant Upper Deck hologram from '95, I think. Yeah, not the greatest light and whatnot. Sorry about that. But you get the point. And then one of the Precision Steel. These were the Pinnacle Precision Steel. These were the steel cards. I know that baseball had a set like this. I believe football did too. I don't remember what all there was. But again, these were ones. I think each of these I won for $1, and then he combined shipping for me. So Dan is great. I will continue buying off Dan. All right, John, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, they are nice, man. They are nice, Diego. Okay, let's keep going here. I have a copy of this because I bought the team set back in the day. Harrison Musgrave pitched at WVU, and then he pitched for the Albuquerque Isotopes. This is the 2017 choice. The only MLB cards he has is he is in, I guess it might be that same year. Maybe it's 18, maybe it's 19, but he's in the Heritage High number. But I love this one because the team, what they did is they worked with, I guess, one of the local shelters or something, and everybody has a dog with them. And y'all know, if you know me, you know how much I love my dogs. I love dogs probably more than I love cards. And I've collected cards for 35 years. So I think I got both of those delivered for like $3. It's like, yeah, definitely going to add more of those. What do we got here? We got some Santinos. So Santino Ferrucci is in Racing this year. He ran the Indy 500. He's been, I think it was his 4th Indy 500. He has done well. I think this was actually his worst finish though this year, but he's had multiple top 10 finishes. So I've just been picking up some of the parallels and actually tweeted a picture of these and tagged him. And after a few days, it seems like he goes through maybe every week or so and like looks at his mentions or something. And he just said they were very cool. And I replied, I was like, hey, do you have like a shop or a shop address or something? I could send you a few to sign for me. And a few days later, he replied back, yeah, send me DM, let me know. So I'm working on acquiring some more of these, just some multiples so I can get them signed. Some of these are numbered, but I'm not even bothering with showing the numbers. So like this, I've got a couple of the base ones. This is one I just bought another one of. I want to send to him the Optic Green Pulsar because I think that'll look really good signed. So that's what I have more of those coming in. And if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I'll probably, as I get new versions of them, we'll continue sharing some pictures on the socials. One of the ones I got, or one of the base I bought, I was buying the Optic Silver or whatever you call it, whatever that parallel is, their refractor from Sport Lots. The guy didn't include it. I sent him a message, said, hey, this was the card I was wanting. Can you send it to me? I don't want a refund. I just want the card. Well, he didn't. He just issued me a refund. Asshat. So anyway, but what I had done is I had bought 4 cards because that was where the shipping break was. So I picked up a couple Haley Deegans. Just I figured I'd just put a couple bucks on them if and when I set up at card shows again. What do we got here? Ooh, I didn't forget that this had come in, but I guess I kind of had. This is kind of, these are a little bit later. This is from 2001, but these are definitely one of the more memorable race used tire cards for me. So this is Dale Earnhardt Hot Treads Race Used Tire, number 904 at 1,000. I got this for like 20 bucks at auction. I don't know if people just don't like them or what's up with them, but that was really cheap. I mean, that's the lowest I've seen an Earnhardt Relic go off anytime recently. But was pretty excited to get that and see it at auction because there are a couple on eBay, but people are asking like 50 bucks, and they've just been sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. So obviously they are quite overpriced because there's no lack of people collecting Dale Earnhardt stuff. So what do I got here? It's just some crap from some breaks I was in. Probably was Ben. It's a race used tire is what that Relic is. I'm definitely getting away from the tire cards. I mean, I'd like to have a copy of some of them as they come along. So this, I actually have the base set. This is one of the short prints, so this will just go in there at some point. Saw it on Sport Lot auctions, and I think I got it for like less than $2 shipped. I also got this on Sport Lot auctions, I believe. Bruce Irvin, camo. This is not his rookie. This is his second year. Former WVU Mountaineer. The camo version, numbered at a $3.99. Again, less than actual race used tire. Yeah. Where'd he go? Where? Oh, it's up here. You're now the proud owner of a Press Pass Hot Treads 2001 race used tire card. This Press Pass certified authentic piece of racing history was used by Dale Earnhardt. So that is what that is. Tire relics are probably, I mean, they're definitely one of the more common relics in racing cards, if not the most because they're probably just more. There's just more race used tires and rubber, square inches or square feet, however you want to measure it, out there than anything else. Driver suits and stuff. I mean, they use those for, multiple races, years, etc. So this one is one that a while back I on a previous thread or stream I'd said that they sent me the wrong card. Well, the seller, she made it up to me, and I got this. This was the one I had ordered, and she'd sent me something else. She told me to keep it, so I kept it. But this was the artist proof. I just like the shine off of the bottom of those. I did not realize that that's what they look like. Her photo was really good and showed it off, and that's why I bought it. And I am going to actually go ahead and look into getting more of those artist proofs. I like Pinnacle, so I probably in time would have started working on that run anyway, because that's Pinnacle and Upper Deck were my two favorites. So, but yeah, super happy to have that. And then she included a couple cards as I guess as a sorry about that. Don't believe I had that one, and don't believe I had that one. Have I shown these before? Maybe I showed these on a previous one because it's right there with this Paul Goldsmith, which I know I showed off before. So I do think that everything else here y'all have seen. No, you haven't seen all this before. Because I know that I hadn't shown that. All right. We're getting toward the end. Not sure the how or I don't even remember where, how, or why I got this, but it's a, what are these? The atomic refractors, but it is a one that came sealed from Topps. Not sure why I bought this. It said I wanted it at auction. Maybe it was like an auction in a Facebook group. So it says I got it for $2. Kenny Lofton, numbered out of 57. Hey, Allie. Nice. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I've been going for an hour 10. Definitely toward the end. But if you want to tomorrow go back, I mean, I got some Earnhardt Diecast I showed off. Some racing boxes I picked up over the last few months. You're one of my NASCAR friends, so you will definitely enjoy when the replay comes available. I don't want to forget to show this off, but we are getting here toward the end. If y'all been watching my channel for a while, you know that we had a Mastiff that we lost 3 years ago. She passed away. Ever since then, I just love Mastiff. So every once in a while, I pick up cheap Mastiff cards when I can. She was an English Mastiff, not a Tibetan Mastiff, but nonetheless, they're cousins. So just pick that up. I want to say, again, this is another one where I got it for like $2 or $3 delivered. So this one, so I have another Earnhardt relic here, Diego. This is also a tire relic. This was disappointing. So here's the card. Now, I can't make it. I can see it, but I can't make it. So it looked like there were 2 lines right here. Just a few days before that, there was a relic that I wish I'd gone higher on that had a 3 written on it. Like it was the, you know, it was the writing on the sidewall from the track indicating that it was, you know, for the 3 car. And I thought this one had some kind of weird marking or substance on it. You can almost see it there, how you look like, it looks like there's 2 arches. Maybe you can kind of make that out. I don't know. I can kind of see it, but I know what I'm looking for. So it is what it is. Anyway, I thought it had some markings on it, so was disappointed when it came in and it was just basically just a basic tire, you know, black relic. Seller should have done a better job on their photograph. They should have retaken the photograph, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? I mean, I wouldn't have bid on it, but I'm also not ever going to be super upset. Yeah, it's one of those, if, you know, I told you what you're looking for and you know where you're looking for, you can kind of see it. But it is what it is. Again, you know, the joy that is eBay and people selling that don't do a good job. So this is an 8-car Dale Earnhardt lot I got, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I could not hit buy it now quick enough. So the numbers are still pretty high on these. I mean, they're all numbered. Like I said, they're out of some high numbers. You know, I got to get back and listen to the second part of that Mayfield interview, Hallie. I've just been way behind on everything. I'm trying to get caught up on YouTube, and then I need to go listen to the second part of the Mayfield interview, and I need to get caught up on Beyond the Bricks from the last week before the 500. I got to go back and find that and catch those as well. So I am behind. But yeah, so this was 8 numbered Dale Earnhardt cards for $20 plus the shipping and tax. So, I mean, I want to say I ended up paying like $27 for 8 Earnhardts. And, you know, Hallie's in here, so he's gonna know this was a heck of a deal. So this is a Press Pass Reflectors from Press Pass Premium, 1999. Still got the reflector shield on it. This is numbered 1798 out of 1975. Again, NASCAR cards, you know, numbering, just like baseball and everything else. The numbers weren't really, you know, they said limited. That's not limited by today's standards, but back then it was. You actually saw a base copy of this one earlier. I really like this one, kind of like it's almost like a Press Pass hollow foil look to it. So this one is numbered, though, 134 out of 899. So that's probably to be honest, that's probably a $10 or $15 card on its own, just based on the numbering and what I've seen over time. So this is a Classic Images. This one's numbered 698 out of 1800. But when you consider, I'm going to say let's just say $27 delivered. I got these for like $3 and change per, and I would have bought any of these. I would buy any of these for $3 at a card show. So this is from a set of some sort. I'm learning more about the old stuff that I didn't know as much about. This is 1577 out of 1995. Just learning more about the NASCAR sets and cards in general because of Earnhardt. This one here, it's got a gold signature on it. It's numbered 517 out of 675. So that probably is a $15 or $20 card on its own. And you can see up there, somebody had $100 on it. I mean, I don't think anybody's ever going to pay $100 for it. But then you got these. So you got the Pinnacle Totally Certified. This is the red, so it should be out of $29.99. But I saw some of these on auction right around that time. There was somebody that had a whole bunch of Dale Earnhardt numbered singles. And I ended up not really winning any of them because I didn't go super aggressive at the time. No regrets, but I want to say one of the $29.99, the copy out of $29.99 that was of Dale himself, I want to say went for over $20. I agree. I love the totally certified because of the Dufex. And I guess I may as well show this one with it. So here's the blue, which is a little tougher. The red was kind of the highest print run, and then the blue was the next. So the blue was out of $19.99, red out of $29.99. I mean, very similar to what you had in baseball and football. And then the last one was also out of totally certified. I guess this is the red, I guess. Yeah, out of $29.99. It's a little tougher to tell there because those war paints are just a little off. And then there were gold versions of them too. Yeah, I just need the gold. So can you tell me, I know I've seen the gold unnumbered ones. Are there gold numbered and gold unnumbered available? I know that they say that the unnumbered ones were backdoored because Pinnacle went under in 97 or whatever. So, those are 97. Do you know, are there numbered ones? Because I have not seen any of the numbered ones. But all right, real close here. Different wins off of the same seller. But these AJ Foyt cards, these were out of that Rittenhouse set I talked about earlier. 2007 was the last mainstream IndyCar set. These are numbered out of 500. Yeah, like I said, I know that the golds are out there unnumbered, but again, I think those were supposed to be like the replacement ones, and they got backdoored. So anyway, I got three different sets of these AJ Foyts. He just kept posting like one or two at a time. I mean, I wish he would have done the whole set, and I would have gone after it and bought it. But he also posted a couple more that I didn't win later on. It was like somebody else found them afterwards. I got the first ones, got them at a cheaper price, and then they started going for more. And then here's more of those AJ Foyts, and again, they're all numbered out of 500. This one, I know that there's one less out there, or at least one autograph, because I sent a copy of that one, TT him to him a few years ago. Got smeared, unfortunately. It doesn't look that great. So this is Diamond Vision Dale Earnhardt, kind of like a Sportflix card. Looking at that looks like a road course. Is that Watkins Glen? It looks like a road course. I mean, it's still a left turn, but that's what it's looking like to me. So, yeah, is that Watkins Glen there, Hallie? What do you think? I don't know. It's not showing up as nicely on the screen for y'all as it is for me. But again, this is one I think I got for $2 or $3. I'm not really buying much of the low end anymore. I've kind of stopped on that. I'm just going to stick to the more numbered stuff, and then autographs, relics, stuff like that. This one, I think I got like 99 cents free shipping. It's a Broder card, but some nice shine on it. And again, it was $1, whatever, something different. Definitely Watkins Glen. Okay. I mean, I knew it wasn't Sonoma. The only other thing I could come up with was because of the way the fencing looked. I didn't know if maybe it was like actually like North Wilkesboro or something, because it just kind of had that little steel fence. All right, so we're down to the last one. It is not a Dale Earnhardt, believe it or not. But I've got to search for this guy, and I couldn't tell you the last time I bought anything, but this one came up, and I think he had it at 14, and I think either I offered him 12 or I watched it, and he offered me 12 back, accepted it, a 1970 Topps Paul Popovich autograph. Why? As you can see there, if we zoom, or if we focus. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I mean, just the things that I'm so envious of your just your knowledge from watching all those years. And, I stopped for all those years, and I didn't even start until 95. So, a lot of those things were well done when I was gone. But hometown, Morgantown, West Virginia, that's where he was born. I think he lives. I don't know that was his hometown. Maybe it still was at that point, but I believe I saw something somewhere one time that he is in the Chicago area, or was in the Chicago area. But he also played at WVU. So it's just cool to have an autograph. Something I really like about this, I like that it is a 1970 card. So it's a vintage card, an old card, and I love that it's signed in ballpoint pen. I don't know why. I won't say that I prefer the ballpoint over Sharpies, but man, I really love, if you got a good color on a ballpoint pen. It just can look nice. And in this case, he signed it in blue, which goes along with all the Cubs colors and all of that. So that's my only Paul Popovich. And this is the kind of the example of, like, I've got most of his player run, but as I'm going through stuff, I'm going to start getting rid of some of that stuff. I don't need every one of his cards. It's the guy I never saw play. I don't know that. I just want it because he played at WVU and was from Morgantown. But I don't need his whole player run of, a dozen cards. This card kind of gives me what I need, and that's where I'm going with my collection as far as trying to downsize, tighten up, move stuff away, move stuff off, and just keep a card or two of most of the guys that I have that I collected. Now, guys like AJ Foyt, Dario Franchitti, Earnhardt, I'm still going to collect them and collect a lot of their stuff. But on like the WVU players and stuff, I don't need 17 different Geno Smith autographed cards. I really don't. And since he might maybe be the starter, I probably need to get some of those listed on eBay. I need to find those and get that done. But that's what I got for today. I don't think anybody was able to hang through the whole hour and 20 minutes, but I appreciate everybody that was in the chat. You guys definitely made it better. Don't know when I'll be doing another video. I'm definitely going to be slowing down on all that. If you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you know that I've definitely been doing a lot less of that. Just moving away from the hobby, just not spending as much time with it. Yeah, I just need one example. There's times that it's worth having more, but I don't need to do that on everybody that I'm interested in collecting. On most guys, I just need one or two or whatnot. I take that back. Victor made it all the way through. So I appreciate you hanging with me for 80 minutes, Victor. Unfortunately, those are 80 minutes of your life that you will never get back. Oh, hell. One more group, real quick. Sport Lots order. But wait, there's more. So this one I'm waiting on. I was supposed to get the Sapphire. I messaged the guy 3 days ago because I love Sapphire colored stuff because it's blue, that blue-green. He sent me a Ruby. So I'm still waiting to hear from him. But I bought up a bunch of other, I bought some other stuff from him. I had already had a bunch of stuff in the cart. So there's actually that Earnhardt I said that I saw earlier that I said I thought I had. Earnhardt. This one I definitely don't have. Jeff Gordon VIP. I just got it because it was 18 cents. What else we got here? The money players. So that's Dale Earnhardt and crew. Don't know if I have that one. This is a prototype. Don't know if I had that one. Lloyd Ruby from Wichita Falls, Texas. Poor old Rube. Up until Michael Andretti was considered the unluckiest driver in the history of the Indianapolis 500. 1995 CJ. Oh, Crown Jewels diamond set. Man, whoo! You have fun with that, amigo. Any of those wheels ones, man. I love that stuff. I wish I'd been collecting more then, but I love that stuff. Anyway, some other stuff in here, just some little cards I got for 18 cents for various reasons. That one's got Earnhardt on it. Another Lloyd Ruby. He doesn't have a lot of cards. This is obviously well after he was done driving. This one has Earnhardt on it right there. This is back when he was driving the Wrangler car. I don't need any of these. Hell, I got 13 boxes or so of this stuff that I can open. But at 18 cents, I may as well still go ahead and buy all the Earnhardts when I'm buying other stuff. Johnny Rutherford. He signs through the mail and usually gets back to me in a week because he just lives over in Fort Worth. He lives probably like 20 miles, not even 20 miles from me. Scott Braden. This Red Grange. I love old school football. Obviously, that's a new card, but numbered out of 49. Mojo Refractor. Bunch of Al Unser promo cards. Because I'm going to do some more IndyCar player lots in my eBay store. I already have a lot, but I'm going to be working overtime to do more. So that is finally it. Now, I have not lied. That is what I got. So I appreciate everyone that was in the chat at some point. I appreciate you if you're still watching this on replay. Y'all are awesome. But I'm going to head out. Don't be a dickhole. Be kind to animals. Adopt. Don't shop. And get your pets spayed or neutered. There are too many animals, dogs, rabbits, cats, pigs, whatever it is, in our animal shelters. Don't go buy from some backyard breeder and spend some stupid amount of money, because why? What does that do? Why don't we adopt from shelters and rescues for these dogs that need, and cats, but I know I'm a dog person, that need homes? Let's start doing that. I love these cities that are doing these pet store sale bans, or that they can only sell animals from the shelters and stuff like that. But anyway, do your part. Be kind to animals. If you're not kind to animals, let's just be honest, I probably think you're a sociopath. That's what I got. Ta-ta for now. I will see you down the road.